Hello and greetings from Avon, Ohio. My name is Jonathan Shaner and I am submitting this video as a follow-up to the application that I've submitted for the underwriting mortgage position. And I hope this video finds you well. I think this is a really cool and great idea, a way to get to know your candidates a little bit better. I personally don't have much of an online presence. I'm not on any social media platforms, so I think this is really cool, an interesting way to just tell you a little bit about myself to see if I'm a candidate that you might be looking for. So if you do have any questions at the end of this, you can simply email me, you can call me. I work out of my home office here in Ohio, and I have been a remote underwriter for over 7 years now since we moved here. Just really briefly, a little bit about myself. I'm 44. I've got two beautiful daughters, 13 and 11. And my wife is originally from here in Ohio. You might hear from my voice that I am not. We moved here about 5 or 6 years ago as my wife got transferred back to Ohio, where she was originally from. I worked and lived in Atlanta, Georgia with her and our kids until about 2015 when she got transferred here. She's originally from here, so it was a natural fit for us to come back. I still miss the South a little bit, especially in the wintertime, but it's a great place to be right now, and I have a beautiful home office that I'm able to work from, so all's well that ends well. So that's a little bit about me. I'm also a amateur musician, and in my spare time, we like to go outside and on hikes and runs and everything like that. I apologize, I have a little bit of a sunburn lingering from our 4th of July activities. So in response to the questions that have been posted to the email that was submitted to me, I'd be happy to answer those. I think they're kind of cool and great questions to get to know me a little bit better as well. So the first one is, how would your friends, family, and coworkers describe you? Very straightforward. I'm a pretty outgoing guy. I have good communication skills both in writing and on my email communications with my team members, sales, closing, processing, etc. So I'm pretty easy to talk to. As I said, we kind of have an active outdoor presence here in our community, and I think that most of my friends would describe me as being somebody that is eager to get things going and have a good time. So first and foremost, as it comes to work though, I get up at 7 o'clock with my family. When school's going on, we're up even earlier than that. And I start my day, as I said, I've been a remote underwriter for a long time, so I've kind of gotten some habits and routines down. I usually start my day with a walk around the neighborhood, weather permitting, of course, and then I get to work and I underwrite day and into the afternoon when it's necessary, and on the weekends with my current company that has been an ongoing thing, which is no problem. As noted, I'm here in my home office, so my hours of availability are very flexible. So some of the phone calls that I've made in my current and previous positions are what you would expect from an underwriter. I communicate directly with our sales teams, our other underwriters, both over the phone and through our what we call GLIP, or it's kind of like a Skype or instant messaging system, where we have our own loan committees and things like that, where we can bounce ideas off of each other. And that's an everyday occurrence. I would say I'm on the phone 20 to 30% of my day, either helping with processing or closing or sales needs, scenarios, et cetera, et cetera. My current position, I am not in an underwriting managerial role, but I have been in the past, so my communication skills have been built through that process as well. So as noted in the previous question, I think my communication skills are kind of what set me apart, and if and when you discuss any of these questions with my references, my colleagues, they would probably say the same thing about that. Typical day is what you would probably expect from an underwriter. Review between 4 and 5 new files per day based on our current pipeline. we would carry, a typical underwriter carries between 40 and 70 loans at any given time, just depending on what type of loans they are, be it refinances or purchases. Our company has been slow to transition from the refinance to the purchase game, which is why I find myself looking for a new opportunity currently. The pivot did not occur fast enough, and I'd say about 75% of our company has been let go through reductions in staffing, and that includes my current manager, who was also impacted with this. He was one of my best friends in the company, and sad that we both were let go on the same day. And when I got the call from our director of underwriting, who is my number one reference for these opportunities and these interviews that could possibly be going forward here, he would tell you the same thing. It was unfortunate because when I joined this company about 2 years ago, it was going to be my forever home. It was a fully remote position, obviously, and they were based out of Charlotte. And I'd say when I joined in 2020, the reason why I left my prior company to join Wyndham Capital, which is where I am currently, was because of what a positive experience I had when I refinanced my own home with them. I really enjoyed talking with the loan officer that I worked with, and I asked whether I could speak with some of the other individuals there, and I got to talk with Kyle Drake as the director of underwriting, and it kind of hit it off. So the transition to Wyndham Capital was one that I was happy to make 2 years ago, and unfortunately the situation just didn't work out as everybody had hoped. Even with Wyndham Capital, obviously it's never easy to hire and have to lay people off in the numbers that they did. But as with anything else in this organization or this industry, change is inevitable, and it happens. It's cyclical, everything like that. I was pretty surprised when I was let go, just because of what I thought I was giving to the teams on the sales side, on the processing side, and even on the underwriting side. I actually trained 3 VA underwriters before they let me go. So I guess I trained people to take my position. So that was a little bit unfortunate. The people that they retained were all people that they had hired many years ago, and they were all tenured over 5 to 7 years. So I got the call on June the 2nd saying that I was going to be let go, and here is where I find myself looking for a new opportunity, which is a good thing for some. I wasn't expecting it, but again, you have to deal with everything that is thrown at you in this industry. So I'm looking forward to starting a new adventure with a new organization, and I bring a lot to the table. My skills include an active direct endorsement with FHA. I've had that since 2005. And my SAR and credit delegations with VA, I've had those since 2013. I've also have experience with USDA. I currently do jumbos, and we used to do a lot of down payment assistance, DPA programs, bond programs with my old company. We do not do them here at my current company, but I had delegations all over the Southeast, which was where I was a Southeast regional underwriting manager and government underwriter with my prior company for 5 years before Wyndham Capital. So why I should be selected over other applicants, like I said, I bring a lot to the table that I think would be valuable for any organization. Those include things that we've discussed earlier, like my communication skills, my experience, my knowledge of the working guidelines, and being able to adapt on the fly. Guidelines change so quickly, especially after this COVID nightmare that we've all been going through for so long now, it seems. Otherwise, I really do think that I would be a valuable fit, just because I'm a really quick plug and play type of guy. I don't need too much in terms of training as vis-a-vis any the loan programs, we used Encompass. So if there's a different operating system, that would be the training that I would require, but I adapt pretty well to operating systems as they go. So other skills that I bring to the table would just be my dedication to get things done. One thing that if you were to talk to my references, quite consistently, I am a top producer, and quite consistently on a month-to-month basis, I have no QC findings, no post-closing findings. So my accuracy is excellent, and I'm pretty low maintenance when it comes to things like accuracy and making the right decisions. So my ideal compensation plan would be my current compensation plan is hourly plus overtime plus bonus based on productivity. And that's pretty standard for this industry. I've also been salary in the past for my managerial positions. So just depending on the pay structure, I'm pretty flexible and don't really have any set number in mind. My current base salary is 105, and our bonus structure is based, like I said, on productivity. So those are all pretty standard for the industry, but obviously any deviations from that are not a problem. So to wrap up, I know this is a little bit longer than I had anticipated, but I wanted to give you some information about me, and I look forward to hearing from you. I think this sounds like a great opportunity. So look forward to hearing from you, and if you have any questions about me, please feel free. Call me. You can email me back. My direct mobile number is area code 678-642-7777. My email is my name, jonathan.shaner@gmail.com, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for the opportunity.